Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action, Prescott. Brought in by Jake Ferguson. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
1st down from the 42. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Prescott here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Up the gut they go with Williams. He's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, let's give them a little love right here, okay? They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Cowboys with their first shot inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Screen here for Williams. And this one doesn't go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd down now, they need 7. From the gun is Prescott. He can run it. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Now a run by Sanders. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Dak now from the gun. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Chiefs will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Has him on the quick hitter. Football is out. Oh, and the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Space past the 35. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw, Mahomes. And he's not going to escape this. The Cowboys take him down. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. That run good for 8. Now they've got third down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Third and long for him here. Finds him over the middle. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that'll hit and get out of bounds. Left some meat on the bone with that one. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
They'll start this series with an option left. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Dak to the air here. Oh, he's going for it again. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. And it's Cox. He's got Lamb. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Dak off the play fake. Into the hands of Pickett. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a 2nd down.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the 1st down run often leads to 2nd down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
On second down, a run with Williams. And he gets in, touchdown! The Cowboys go up 6-0 here in the first. Javonte Williams, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They'll start this drive out, 1st and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Cowboys crowding the passing lanes. They're into the dime for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Well, he'd be perfect to that point on the drive, Bob. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Well, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Collects this at the 35. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Cowboys about set to take over. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, that expected defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Going wide receiver run to start this series. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Because once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes 2.
Brought in inside the 20. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Draw play. This is Williams. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Prescott now on 3rd down. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Aubrey puts it through, and special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Mahomes. Jukes his way into space. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chiefs 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. A counter give here to Pacheco. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Simply nowhere to go on that counter play, Kate. Backside defenders took away one side, and they overwhelmed the blocking right in the middle.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw Mahomes. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he's caught. He's got Brown. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion, it made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the 32. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. tried by Rice. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Mahomes. He's going to run for it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment before you get the first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mahomes will hang on to it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Here's a screen set up for Pacheco. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Mahomes. He brings it in.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes now. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs making a 1-score game before halftime. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Chiefs 7.
Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. Space on the right. He's got room. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow their lead just before halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Chiefs 7.
What do you think, Brock? Did we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. On the return, here's Nico Rumihio. This makes it up to the 25. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing is Mahomes. Right back to Rice, caught again. He got mighty close, didn't he? But they mark him just short of the first. He's at the 34.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, and Kelsey has it. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 24 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
First down throw, Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Second down.
Things not looking good after that sack. 15 to go here on second down. Now it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and long.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. 3rd and long for him here. He finds Pacheco out of the backfield. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, the Chiefs field goal unit and Harrison Butker headed out. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chiefs have their offense out to start this 3rd quarter. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. Run for Pacheco to start the half. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now looking to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Setting up the screen. Escapes the defender, and he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him an 18-yard pickup there, and that's a Chiefs first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's down to almost, oh, no, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in, and he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Past the line, he's going to run for it. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Chiefs first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap. It's a give to Hunt. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed will put 6 on the board for the offense.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game. Set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Turpin with a return. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Cowboys offense headed out there. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. So first and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's Dak. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun is Prescott. Over the right side is caught by Ferguson. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So first down from the 41. Dak now from the gun. To the left and reeled in by Ferguson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Straight ahead with Williams. This great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Going to the ground again on first. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and a yard.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Another run for Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Looky here, you don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Yeah, that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it, save it for later for that next third down coming.
24-yard line.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Dak out of the pistol. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys making a 9-point advantage. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Aubrey
now to kick this one away. Here's Smith on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense has to take over. And they're going to try to take the lead back to one possession here after that last score pushed it up to 24-14. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's first and 10. Running back motions right. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That's caught in stride by Rice. Short kick up to their own 31. Knocked down by Savon Rebel.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
About set. This is third and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Cowboys closing in, and they get to him. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. Matt Ariza, the one to send it away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First and 10. Here's Prescott. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage, so third down now.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Here he goes, third and long. And down he goes. The Chiefs got to him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes it the impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
That's taken at the 15. And that return's going to come to a close as we reach the end of our quarter. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the third quarter. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. To the air, Mahomes. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. He'll pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Mahomes on first and 10. Right back to Worthy. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Five still to go here. This is second down. Just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Another throw for Mahomes. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Williams to start the drive. Runs a defender. We've got a foot race. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Motion man sent left. first down, and they go right back to it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Give to Williams from the gun. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A pickup of 17. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Did such a good job, and not just hitting him in a window on that slant, in the right window, but hitting him right in time, right in a spot where he had room to run and add on to that catch.
They'll run the toss for Williams. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Prescott here from the gun. Down the field, he's got Lamb. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. A handoff for Williams, running left. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Line of scrimmage once again, that 7-yard line as they get set, 2nd and goal. Another for Williams. This is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss.
You get to these goal-to-goal situations, you know what a win is defensively, Kate? It's stalemate. Just don't let them go forward. When you actually knock them backwards as they just did, you've now energized your whole group defensively.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
Aubrey puts it through, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Infield with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And I'm sure they're trying to bring it out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's Rice with yet another one. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. First down throw, Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Again, Mahomes to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he hauls that one in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now within one score in the fourth. It's a Marquise Brown touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Tolbert now to return it. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First down now, ball at the 33. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Williams now on 1st and 10. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be 2nd down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
2nd and 6.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Dak to the air here. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's back. He works this to the 38 before going down. With 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Along with the design keeper. Offense to the line for second down. They're going to pass it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Back to throw. It's on target to Williams. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Design quarterback run here. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
PlayStation